when all the tingles and calm was given, when all was love and all were one, when everyone was snuggled up tight, then it was time to say good night. Hello, this is Emma, and this is ASMRtists of Great Britain, Volume 3.
I am going to be whispering from ear to ear some of the most amazing things that have come from Great Britain. High heels, so typical shoe. Eyes. What? I like your eyes. Eyes. So it sounds like you're saying eye eels. Eye eels. I recognise eyes. This is. Do you know what I mean?
Which, like I said, is Dorset. The Dorset coast. So it starts here in Studland Bay, and it goes all the way along here.
Musical chairs. Just like all those
gloves.
Games and
No, no insurance is necessary. One of the best things.
Hi there. Hi. My name is Periwinkle Rose ASMR, and I am a tiny ASMRtist from Great Britain, specifically from the very, very south. The south coast, about as far south as you can possibly get, and I am super grateful to be included in this amazing collab by Emma WhispersRed, which is showcasing some wonderful talent and amazing people and amazing things to come out of Britain. I know there's a lot of cool stuff to come out of Britain, such as tea and Harry Potter and Stonehenge, as well as Tom Hardy, of course. But I wanted to talk about something slightly different. So it's more about the area that I'm from, which is Dorset. And what I wanted to tell you about was a very cool and special place to visit if you ever decided to come for a visit to the south of UK. I do hope that you might consider checking out this place. So I have this map, British. Adventure. Map. The Great British Adventure Map, which shows some of the coolest places for walks and hikes and cycle rides and even long drives. I can't open the map up fully. As you can see, it opens up huge, probably bigger than the wall behind me. But I just wanted to show you one particular place on this map, which, like I said, is Dorset, the Dorset coast. So it starts here in Studland Bay, and it goes all the way along here, down here, all the way over to there, which is Exmouth in Devon, the next county over. So from there to there, and that is the Dorset coast. You might be wondering, why am I telling you about the Dorset coast? It's actually not just a normal, regular coast. It's actually really special and unique because it's also known as the Jurassic Coast, and it is the first place in the whole of Great Britain, and it might actually be still the only place, but I'm not quite sure. I know that it's the first place to be recognised as a World Heritage Site. So a World Heritage Site means a place of outstanding universal value. So in terms of history, geology, advancing research, things like that. So similarly, the Grand Canyon and the Great Barrier Reef are also recognised as World Heritage Sites, so it's quite a rare thing to be given that title. So for me, it's really cool that the Dorset coast has been given that title, since that's where I'm from. So it might not look like much, but it is 96 miles long, which I believe is the equivalent of about 156 kilometers. So you can actually walk this distance. You can do the whole thing in one day if you're quite fit. It is actually a kind of a popular challenge. Most people don't do the whole thing in one day. You can just do little parts of it. So I have done probably that tiny bit of it. It's about a 2-hour trek. So the reason it was recognised as a World Heritage Site is because it is one of the only places in the world, and again, possibly the only place, but I'm not 100% sure. So one of the only places to show evidence of the Triassic period, the Jurassic period, and the Cretaceous period. So those 3 periods are all evidenced here, and they're all part of the Mesozoic era, which is the age in which the dinosaurs lived. So that's quite cool. I don't believe there are actually any dinosaur fossils here though. The fossils are all mostly rocks and stones and sediment and gravel and things like that. But if you walk it from west to east, it has been described as a walk through time. So towards this end you'll see lots of different rocks and evidence and signs of the Triassic period, such as red stone walls along the cliff edges, which is part of the Triassic age. And then as you walk further inwards, you start to see evidence of the Jurassic period, so certain rocks and stones and things. So during the Triassic period, this whole area was a desert. During the Jurassic period, I believe sea levels rose and the whole thing became a tropical ocean, a tropical sea. And then in the Cretaceous period, I believe it became a swamp. And then of course eventually the sea levels dropped again and it became what it is now, which is a coastline. And these changes all happened over millions of years. So this place has a lot of cool history and geology, all in this tiny, in the grand scheme of things, it's quite a tiny stretch of the earth, and you can see quite a lot of history here. But it's not just the history that I wanted to tell you about. You can also see some really beautiful sights and some cool structures and landscapes as well. So here at Studland Bay, where we can begin if we was to go backwards, you have Old Harry's Rocks, which is 3 kind of chalk structures in the sea. Only one of the rocks is called Harry. There used to also be one called Old Harry's Wife, but unfortunately she eroded and now she's just a tiny stump. So legend has it that Harry was a pirate who used to dock his ship here. Other legends say that he was a Viking, and it's also been believed that he was the devil who used to sleep on the rocks. Then as you walk along to here, you come to Lulworth Cove and Durdle Door, which I think are by far the most spectacular sights to see here. So Durdle Door is a line of rock out into the ocean that has become, through erosion over the years, become an archway. So that's why it's called Durdle Door. And Lulworth Cove, again, caused by erosion, caused by the water from the sea washing and crashing against the sediment and just washing it away. It's a horseshoe shape, and I can't show you pictures because I don't have any, but if you look it up on Google, you'll see what I mean. So Lulworth Cove and Durdle Door, they're very special places to visit. Then as you walk further on, you come to Chesil Beach, which is a very unique beach. It's not the kind of beach that you would sunbathe on or lay out a deck chair. It's known as a barrier beach, and it's full of gravel and shingle and stones. So it's a stony beach. The interesting thing about Chesil Beach is 18 miles long, is that the sea has kind of rolled inwards, landwards. So you have the sea, and then you have a long stretch of beach, and then you have more sea on the other side, land side. So that's called Fleet Lagoon. So Chesil Beach has tiny pea-sized stones towards Bridport and larger potato-sized stones towards Portland, and it's been said that smugglers landing here could pick up a handful of gravel and stones and know exactly where they are along the coast, depending on the size of the stones that they've picked up. So that's kind of a legend. So thank you for listening and being willing to learn a little bit about the place I come from, and I hope that it's been interesting for you. But I believe my time is up, so I will leave you now to all the other incredible ASMRtists. Okay, have a good night.
Hello, welcome to the Little British Cafe. What can I get for you? Yes, we have Turkish apple tea, pomegranate, coffee, like a standard black coffee. We have got lattes, mochas, cappuccinos, green tea, peppermint tea, ginger tea. Yes, we have PG tips, but it is decaffeinated. Okay, what would you like to eat? Would you like that with cream and jam? And what type would you like? We have cheese, pomegranate, cherry, fruit. Cherry? Okay, coming right up. should be brewed in the next couple of minutes. There you go. So we have cherry scone, we have a strawberry and balsamic jam, and then we have some fresh cream there for you. Okay, if there's anything else, just let me know.
Yep. Okay. Right. Don't worry. Everything's fine. So today, we're just going to go over a few questions to check how your British transmogrification is going. Alright? So the idea is that we're just going to look over some of your physical traits and some of your speech patterns just to make sure that you're acclimating to being British and that your stiff upper lip is maintained and everything is tickety-boo. Alright? So, first question. How are you? No. When one British person asks another British person, how are you? The correct response is, fine, thank you. Or even if you're feeling a little bit friendly, good. Thank you. British people don't really want to know how other people are feeling, because ultimately we struggle to work out how ourselves are feeling. So, another question. Do you enjoy the summer? Again, ordinarily a wonderful response, but the correct response for a British person is to say, yes, it's my favourite day of the year. All right? Good. Well, it seems like you're doing fantastically well. Again, you have to be very careful. You see, the thing is that a lot of the time, British people will use terms like great or fantastic, when what they actually mean is quite the opposite. Yes, it can be quite confusing, but once you get used to living in quite a rainy country, that should sort of wash out of you, all right? Okay, well. I need to check over a few things. So with your permission, I'm just going to pop on some gloves. No insurance is necessary. One of the best things about the United Kingdom, about Great Britain, is that healthcare is free for all. We're a strange lot, but we pride ourselves on some semblance of hospitality and, where appropriate, kindness. So, if it's all right with you, I'm going to get in a little bit closer, and we're just going to look at some of the physical elements that are going on here. So, I'm going to shine this little pen light into your eyes. It's quite bright, but I just need to gauge their response to detect certain sarcasm levels to ensure that you're changing properly to the British way of being. So we'll start with your left eye. I'm just going to cover up your right one like that. Is that okay? If at any point you feel uncomfortable or you want to stop, just let me know. It's fine. Okay? Right. Ready? And in we go. In we go. In we go. All right. In we go. Okay, and the other eye. Cover the left. Into the right. And in we go. And in we go. Yep. Here we go. Okay, one more time. And here we go. Okay. The reason that we look into people's eyes is because it helps us to determine whether or not appropriate levels of sarcasm have been reached. And I'm kind of detecting certain amounts of sincerity that still remain. So we'll try to massage that sincerity out. So what I'd like you to do is, when you get the chance, just to be as sarcastic as possible. You know, go up to someone who's done a really bad job and say, "Great job," or something like that. You know, just something really, really insincere, just to build up those levels of insincerity. And so when I shine this back in your eye later, it should be a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Okay? Now, I'm going to check your ears. So I'm going to check your left ear first. Just going to shine a light into it. Get very close if that's all right. Okay, let's take a look in here. I'm just going to... If you'll excuse me, I apologise. Okay. I'm just it seems like you're still hearing compliments. We need to shut that out. What we'd like to do, ideally, is get to the point where if someone compliments you, your knee jerk is to apologise. I'd really like to see you also, if possible, when you walk into a door or an inanimate object, apologise to the inanimate object as well. Yeah, I know it sounds ridiculous, but yeah, if a door shuts on you, say sorry. Yeah. If you step in a puddle, splosh, just say sorry. That way you'll get used to the idea that you're kind of always doing something incorrect. And then when you get a compliment in your old lugol, it won't seem as realistic. Okay, good. Now, if you would be so kind to open your mouth nice and wide, I'm just going to take a quick look in your mouth. Is it okay if I get close again? Thank you. Here we go. Okay. Right. Yes. I can see here, just a couple of things. It's fine. There's nothing to worry about. I can see that your teeth are very straight still, and also dazzlingly white. Now this is fine if you're some kind of Hollywood actor, but I get the feeling that you are not drinking the 12 cups of tea a day that I've prescribed you. I didn't think so. Right, what we'll need to do to fix that, you'll have to drink 14 cups of tea a day and make it Earl Grey, all right? We really need to build up that level of kind of off-white cream or yellowness in order to really convey the gravitas of a British smile. Similarly, your teeth are very straight, which is great, but where's the character? Maybe, you know, a couple of rounds in a boxing ring or something might help that out. Also, your stiff upper lip. It's not there. Where is it? Now, you need to concentrate, not expressing your emotions in a healthy way. What we need to do is for you to remain stoic in the face of negativity or in the face of criticism. That way, you'll build up not only a good amount of repressed emotion, but your upper lip will grow harder and harder. Okay. Now, that's kind of all we wanted to look at today. I'm really pleased with the progress that you've been making, to be honest. Most people struggle to acclimate to the British way of thinking, but you seem to be making outstanding successes. It's really fantastic, and I'm awfully proud of you. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoy the weather that we're having at the moment. If you go down my way, grab a bit of rare bit on my behalf and enjoy yourself, but otherwise, take care, and I'll see you for your check-in when you're next due. And don't forget to queue. Thank you.
Hello everyone, it's WhisperAudios, and today I will be teaching you some pronunciation of certain words and phrases in the Essex accent. Now, as many of you may know, I don't know if all of you do, but I am from a county in the United Kingdom called Essex, and Essex is in the southeast of the United Kingdom and is northeast to London. And Essex is famous for its jam or jelly if you're in the United States, its salt, and also for a dreadful TV programme called The Only Way is Essex, which is a very unfair look and stereotypical look on Essex people and Essex way of life.
Not all of us are like that. I definitely am not a tanned, blonde haired, blue eyed, long nailed wielding person. So that is a very stereotypical look at Essex people, especially women. But today I am going to be teaching you our dialect, or our kind of accent, if you will. Now, I don't have that accent, and I don't know why that is. All my life I have spoken rather poshly, and a lot of people confuse me for living somewhere else, but I've lived all my life in Essex. I just haven't picked up the accent, so forgive me if this sounds kind of forced. So we'll start with pronunciation first of all. So I've got a couple of different things here, and on the right hand side of me I'm going to be doing the kind of phonetic way of saying it so you don't get confused. So, how much is it? You would pronounce it, how much is it? So, how much is it? How much is it? Alright, so are you alright? You would say, alright. So, alright, how are you? Alright? Alright, how you doing? So, it's all white. That's how I hear it in my head. Amount, so the amount of something. Amount, a man, a man. Horse, so four-legged animal. You would just drop the H altogether and you'd say horse. Look at that horse over there. Horse, horse. If you want to buy a hamburger, like from McDonald's or something like that, a quarter pounder, you would say quarter pounder. Alright, mate, can I have a quarter pounder? Quarter pounder. High heels, so the typical shoe with high heels, you'd say high heels. High heels. Alright, I like your high heels. High heels. So it sounds like you're saying eye eels, so eye eels. Do you know what I mean? So do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So you'd say to somebody, like a sentence like, those curtains are really nice, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Think would be think. So basically in Essex kind of pronunciation, you basically drop the TH and replace it with a F in pretty much all words. So I think so. I think that's what I mean, or I think that was what he was saying. So now on to a couple of phrases. The most famous one in Essex culture is oh my god. Like oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe you just said that. Oh my god, oh my god. So that's oh my god. And I am terrible at this because literally I will say this all the time. Like if I'm watching a TV show, I'd go, oh my god, oh my god. And it's pretty much when you can't believe something or you're shocked or something like that, you use it in that kind of way. This one is quite a different one, and I don't think a lot of people say it, but definitely from the area I come from in Essex, we say Gordon Bennett, which is Gordon Bennett, and nobody really knows the origin of this phrase and why people say it, but you say Gordon Bennett, he was fast, or Gordon Bennett, my back hurts, and something like that. It's kind of like an exclamation, like similar to Jesus, Mary and Joseph, like Jesus, Mary and Joseph, or Gordon Bennett sort of thing. Sick, so sick means that is good, that's really good, so you'd go, oh my god, that is sick, mate, that is sick, mate. That is well sick. This one I use in my family all the time, and I don't know whether or not it's used elsewhere, but in Essex, but it's promise me. So you would say that when you want to make sure somebody isn't lying to you, so you like, promise me, that's what he said. Oh my god, promise me. And it's kind of like
like saying swear on my life sort of thing, but promise me. Geese, also known as geezer or fella, you would say, what geese are you doing? What geese? And it's kind of like a name for a man, sort of like an informal kind of greeting for a man. Like you just say it in passing, what geese? What's up? Sort of thing. Shut up. Shut up is also known as shut up, but in Essex it's kind of like an endearment sort of thing, like oh my god, I don't believe it sort of thing. So you'd be like, shut up, he never said that. No, shut up. It doesn't mean like shut up. The next one is well gel, and that means really jealous. So oh my god, I'm well gel of your eye heels, or I'm well gel of yours sort of thing. Like oh, that's well gel, that's well gel. Like really, really jealous. Innit, like innit means isn't it? So at the end of a sentence you normally say innit, or it's like agreeing with someone. So if someone says to you like, oh, I really like your car, or like, don't you think I don't know, Becky was being really like mean to that person or something like that, you go, yeah, innit. It's like you agree, like innit, yeah, innit, or something like that. Alright, babes, or alright, hun, or love, or darling. These are common like pet names for your loved one, or a family member, or a friend. Babes is normally a man saying it to a woman, or vice versa. What babes? You doing alright, babes? Hey, you babes, sort of thing. And hun is normally an informal pet name for friends. So, oh hun, I hope you're alright, hun. Sending you lots of love, hun, sort of thing. I actually don't really like being called that, but I'm so guilty of saying it to people. I think if someone says, like in text, like, alright hun, how you doing? I'm always like, yeah hun, I'm okay. But normally I wouldn't say it because it kind of gets on my nerves. And one other thing that we say, especially in my region in Essex, is thingmebob. And thingmebob is a name for somebody that you can't remember. So it would be like, oh, what's that name? Thingmebob. Who's married to, you know, Thingmebob, or Thingme. Normally it's like Thingme when you can't think of anyone's name, and you're like, yeah, you know, Thingmebob. They went to that, you know, Thingme knows him sort of thing, when you can't really think of anything. And the last expression is definitely more where I live, in the kind of estuary area, and it's not probably common in other areas of Essex, but that is little old girl. Little old girl. So little old girl, but it's pronounced little old girl. And that can mean a little baby or an old lady. So, oh, she was a dear old little old girl, or oh, that little old girl, sort of thing. So my grandmother, well, my in-law grandmother uses it all the time, and she's like, oh, that little old girl, so beautiful, sort of thing. So that's it pretty much in a nutshell. I've probably completely butchered the pronunciation completely, but if you go to Minx Laura 123 channel, her accent is pure Essex, and that's the perfect if you want to hear what the Essex accent sounds like, then go over and check her channel out. I've butchered it completely, but I thought it was really interesting and kind of a nice thing to represent for my county in this big British collab. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video.
To start off with, I've got a lovely keyring. Now, I bought this from the Harry Potter shop at King's Cross Station, probably, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe. I had another one on my actual set of keys, my car keys, and that got so like destroyed. It was a time turner, only cheap, but it, I don't know, it just got like wrecked. Still turns and everything. It just looks a mess. So I bought this one from the Harry Potter shop. It wasn't that expensive. It was only a couple of pounds, I think. But I've never put it on a set of keys, which was the intention, but it's like, it just is so pretty. So pretty. It's so gold and shiny and heavy. It's really heavy. I just haven't been able to bring myself to put it on the keys because I just think it's going to look wrecked. I might put it on there, to be fair. Now I've had it a couple of years and it's just sitting in a drawer, which is pointless. So I think I will actually put it on my keys now. But it is heavy, that's what I mean. It's very heavy. I think that's swinging about in your car that could do some damage. I just think it's quite nice and tinkly, the sounds. I've got loads of things to show you. So that's the keyring. I've also got this bracelet, which I bought, that's probably maybe 4 years ago. I've never really worn this either because it's too big for my wrist. So it's like it certainly was anyway. Let me just, I think the chain's got a bit caught. So it's got a few symbolic things on it. There's lots of different colours. There was black ones, there was reds, there was a green. I quite liked the blue. But yeah, so you can see it's, I mean, I suppose it fits my wrist better now than it used to. But you'd want it to be like tight, and I can't get it tight. So, and then when it is tight, it just looks a bit messy. So I kind of just, it wasn't expensive. I just sort of kept it. It sounds nice. It's got a real like metally smell there, which I'm not keen on. So now the next thing to show you is a blanket. I got this for Christmas last year from my nan, who I didn't even realise knew that I liked Harry Potter. I don't see a whole lot of her, so it's so soft. Just like a fleecy blanket. It's quite nice to be able to just sort of throw around you when you're playing the PlayStation or watching telly with your cup of tea, and it's now, it's not even cold in here, but I feel like this is now the look we're going for, so enjoy it. Yeah, I just like we've got owls, we've got stars, we've got letters, lightning bolts, and that's it. So my next item for you is a PlayStation game. So I never managed to get Lego Harry Potter for the PlayStation 2. I could only see that it was available, well, I say it was available, people selling it for like second hand, but I couldn't actually buy them anywhere. Like it was, it'd be on Amazon or something, but there wasn't anybody actually selling it. But I got a PlayStation 4 for Christmas, and this was the first game that I bought. I got this and then Rayman. And this is wicked. This is really good. So I recommend it. I bought it for my brother for his Nintendo Switch as well. And he really, really enjoys it. So, and it's excellent because you can do dual player on it. I think you can do, oh, it's just 2 players. I wasn't sure if it's 4 players then. So it's 1 to 2 players. It's got the DualShock vibration function, which is my controller. That's so cool. So basically within the game you'll have odd like characters, just random like students, and they'll be making weird noises, but it'll be coming like the controller has a speaker in it, and so you'll be just wandering around trying to like look for stuff or whatever, and you'll hear a student cry out, so you know that there's somebody in, and you just get extra points for helping them out. It doesn't sort of, you don't have to do it, but yeah, you get more points. But it just makes me laugh whenever you hear it because it makes the funniest noise. So this game has years 1 to 4 and years 5 to 7, and it's all on one disc, which is really cool. So I'll just read the blurb to you. Okay, a magical journey through all 7 years of Harry Potter adventures. 2 remastered games now on one disc. Unlock and play as over 200 of your favourite characters. Explore Hogwarts and cast spells with a friend using co-op play. It's an age 7, but be careful because it does suggest there's fear and violence in it. Be warned. So open it up, we've got the disc inside and some leaflets. So here we've got The Wizarding World Comes to Diamond. Oh, that's Fantastic Beasts. I haven't seen any of the Fantastic Beasts films. I don't really plan to. Unless you convince me they're good, then I might try it. But okay, that's cool. Alright, so we've got a contents page. Tells you about the controllers. So how to switch characters, spell wheel clockwise. Oh yeah, so you have to press that to change which, yeah, don't worry. Move the camera, move your character. Oh, that's it. Informative. Okay. So, my penultimate Harry Potter object for you is this. My sister got me this for my birthday last year. It was a market, I believe, in Lincoln, the city centre. And so it's kind of like, you know, it's just like a one-of-a-kind type thing. And I have it hung up on my wall because I just think it's aesthetically it fits really nicely. But I just love it. So it says Ollivanders, established 382 BC, makers of fine English wands, South Side, Diagon Alley, London. Now I have done a whole video just tapping and scratching this. So there's so many sounds that you can achieve out of this. But it's so when she gave it to me as a present, I had just no idea what on earth it was. I thought it was a cheese board or something. I was just like, or a picture frame or something. So I opened it up and all I could see was this. I was thinking, what is it? Flipped it over and was like, oh my god. Bless her, she was so excited. It was so a real like thoughtful present, you know, it's lovely. My final Harry Potter theme. I've got to take this blanket off now. I'm too hot. Oh my god. Okay, my final Harry Potter merchandising is another present from my sister, which I got for Christmas last year, and it is a Harry Potter mug in the shape of a cauldron, which is awesome. I absolutely love it. So it says on the front, the leaky cauldron, and then on the back it says Diagon Alley. Annoyingly, you can't put it in the dishwasher, so I do have to wash it up by hand. And there's like little, where the like feet are, there's little, it's kind of dented on the inside as well. It makes it really hard to clean, but it's okay. I don't use it. There is a chip, and I think that was from having it on the draining board, and something shifted at some point, and I came and went to put it away. I was like, oh god, I was tempted to Sharpie it in, to be honest. But just love it. So yeah, I have it on display, but when I run out of other mugs, I've only got a few. When I need a mug, I just use this.
This is Kate at the Library of Whispers, and today I'm very excited because I have got some postcards to show you. Now, these came through the mail this morning, and they are a collection of British postcards, all sorts of different things, and I haven't looked at them at all. So they've been divided into two piles with an elastic band on each. So we're going to take a look at these in some more detail. So let's begin. Let us take a close look at some of these postcards, and I have my trusty magnifying glass with me as well. Now, as I say, I haven't opened up any of these postcards up to now. They only came through the mail this morning, so let's take the elastic band off and we shall see what we have. Okay. And this is the second. So let's take the elastic band off this as well. So all I know about this set of postcards is that they all show British scenes. Okay. Let's move that large one out the way for now. Now, what do we have? Let's take one from this pile first. So this one is Bronte country, and it gives us a map of this part of Yorkshire where the Brontes lived, where they lived their lives predominantly in a place called Haworth. So I am going to take my magnifying glass so that you can have a closer look. So this one is Bronte country. Let's see what else we have. We have a postcard of the Cuddy Sark. Now this is, you'll find this in Greenwich, in East London. And next we have this old building built over a canal. Looks Elizabethan. And this is called the Glory Hall in Lincoln, which is in Lincolnshire. And next we have a lovely field of flowers. Let's have a look. This is the Lost Gardens of Helican. Now it says here, the flower garden in summer, voyages run in an almost unbroken series from Crantock to Watergate Bay, 6 miles away, and the fine sandy bays sheltered by 300-foot cliffs cover an area of 650 acres of sand at low tide. Here the most excellent surf riding in Britain is provided by the long Atlantic rollers. Newquay is an excellent centre for touring Cornwall, as any part of the county from Bude to Land's End can be reached in a day, with ample time to return for dinner. And here we have another seaside view. Now this is Lyme Bay from St. Gabriel's. Nice. And here we have this is Hebden Bridge in West Yorkshire. It's very hilly, I know that. And this postcard shows the Lincoln Imp. Let's read this. One day, according to a very old legend, the devil sent his imps out to play, and the wind blew 2 of them all the way to Lincoln. At first, they were so awestruck by the splendour of the minster that they were afraid to enter. But soon one imp plucked up courage, flew into the cathedral, where he tried to trip up the Lord Bishop and to knock down the Dean, and teased the vergers and choir. When he started to break windows, the angels told him to stop his wicked doings. He cheekily replied, "Stop me if you can," whereupon he was at once turned into stone and made to sit for evermore in a cleft in the angel choir. The Lincoln Imp is the best known of all the grotesque carved figures in the cathedral. Its half human, half animal form was probably meant to represent the devil, a popular theme for the sculptors of the 13th century. The stone figure of the imp is about 12 inches high and sits cross-legged high up between 2 arches on the north side of the choir. Here he is. And another coastal scene. Where is this? This is Lyme Regis, again in Dorset. And here we have, now I think this is Port Merion again, with this beautiful peacock. Yes, here. Such a gorgeous place. Now I recognise this one. This is the Bronte Parsonage at Haworth. I've been here a couple of times myself. Yeah. The Bronte Parsonage Museum. And there's a little quote from Emily Bronte. "The house is old, the trees are bare, and moonless bends the misty dome. But what on earth is half so dear, so longed for as the hearth of home?" Emily Bronte. Now this building is the Usher Gallery in Lincoln, which was designed by Sir Reginald Plumfield and opened in 1927. This is some kind of pub called the Royal Hotel. Again, this looks more like a photograph than postcards. I don't know what this is. This is one of my favourite places. This is Robin Hood's Bay in North Yorkshire. One of the most beautiful places in the world, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. Doesn't really tell us anything on the back. I hope you have enjoyed looking at this selection of postcards. Some of them are really fascinating, aren't they? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. This has been Kate at the Library of Whispers saying thank you so much. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.
Hello, lovely. Pleasure to meet you. How can I help you today? Okay, so this is your first time in Staffordshire. Great. Where are you staying? Oh, yes, it's lovely there. That's great. So, what brought you over here? Okay, that's great. Wonderful. Okay, so Staffordshire is known for the potteries and the Stafford knot, and of course the Staffordshire oatcakes, which I highly recommend you check out the cath next door and have some of the English tea and Staffordshire oatcakes. Absolutely gorgeous. All freshly made. Great. So, I could certainly drop some information down for you, that's not a problem. I will get some of the information leaflets that I have here, go through some of those with you. Okay, and I will write down a few places of interest which I highly recommend you see while you're here. Okay, so Cannock Chase is one of our beauty hotspots here, and there's all sorts of different things to do, activities, and they even have concerts at night time. Okay, so a few of those things for you. There is Skaen. Lots of walking, running and cycling tracks, horse riding, stepping stones, different children's play areas, visitor centre, and we've got orienteering, and then we have Graffiti sculpture trail, which is a definite must. Okay. In here we've got a little bit of information about live concerts and different events that are on Staffordshire. Okay. And another one here. Okay, so do you like monkeys? Well, I highly recommend you check out the Monkey Forest in Trenton. It's lovely. They're all roaming around. It's great. There's some great places here. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Some of these leaflets that I have here is also 2 teepees in the field, which look absolutely amazing and good for photos. Yeah. So this is a little bit about the Wolsey Centre wildlife highlights for this year, okay? And it mentions some of the birds that have been around. And here is a map for you, which is very handy. Here is a very important leaflet. Skaen Chase, area of outstanding natural beauty. Some information about the history. Quite a good read. And one last very important leaflet is this one. So it's just telling you about some of the visitor centres that are in the area. The Museum of Skaen Chase, and I have the information leaflet for that. It's very fun and educational. Definitely check that out. Chase Water Innovative Centre, which has been done up over the years. Skaen Chase Visitor Centre. There you can have barbecues, picnics, say venture play area and things like that, in a cafe as well. Very nice. The Shrubber Estate is a must. Absolutely great day out, stunning views, and you can really learn about the history. That's really good. And Lord Lichfield. Staffordshire Wildlife Trust, which is the Wolsey Centre that I told you about. And then finally, the Birches Valley Forest Centre. And there is where you've got the Goat Ape and the Gruffalo Trail. Okay. Good cycling path, walking path, nice cafe. Lovely. So Yes, definitely. Yes, there is so many things to do. I mean, how long are you here for? Okay. Well, I tell you what. Head over there and take a seat in the cafe. Alright. I will get one of the lovely ladies to bring you over some fresh oat cakes and an English cup of tea. Alright. Then you can have a look through the leaflets I've given you and the information leaflet. Alright. And then everything that I wrote down for you. Okay. Then I can come over and have a little bit of a chat with you. Alright. Does that sound okay? My pleasure. Well, it was lovely to meet you. And I do hope you have a wonderful time in Staffordshire. Oh, you're very welcome. I will be over in a moment. Okay, you take care. Bye-bye.
Hello. 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 My name is Lottie from LottieLoves ASMR, and in my segment of this Great British ASMR video, I am going to be whispering from ear to ear some of the most amazing things that have come from Great Britain. So I'm just going to be reading from my phone here a few different things that have come from Great Britain that are really important in the world we live in today. Some of them are obviously more important than others, but nevertheless it is quite interesting to hear that some of these things originated from the UK. So first up we have Savile Row tailoring. Our continental neighbours might favour a simpler, less structured look and lighter cloths, but in chillier climes we prefer something that embraces the contours of our physique and irons out any failings. Now the next one here is cheddar cheese. Now I didn't actually know that cheddar cheese comes from England, but I'm really happy to know that because cheddar cheese is one of my absolute favourites. Next we have afternoon drinking, and I love this one because I feel like this is so me. It says here, the sun's over the yardum somewhere in the world is the original, very British excuse for cracking open a bottle rather earlier in the day than might be expected. Next up we have the Bentley. Now everyone knows that Bentleys are such iconic, beautiful cars, and it's rather lovely knowing that they have originated from the UK. Next up we have Shakespeare. Now everybody knows Shakespeare. If you've been to school, you would have done Shakespeare in English. I remember doing Shakespeare like it was yesterday, and I feel like his work is so famous, so important, so revolutionary, and of course British, which is amazing. Now the next one is fairly important, and that is English. Somehow one small country has become responsible for the world's third most common language. That comes after Mandarin and Spanish, and that's pretty cool. Next up we have Her Majesty the Queen. In 64 years on the throne, Her Majesty has retained a mystique no modern communication medium can crack. Children everywhere grow up in the knowledge that somewhere there is a real queen who wears a crown, travels in a coach, lives in a castle, gives little away, and doesn't post on Facebook. Now, I'm not obsessed with the royal family, but it is fascinating, and spreading the word about global warming and things like that, and he is just so amazing, and I feel like everyone who's British, everyone who lives here, just adores him. Next up is another really, really important one, and that is World Time. So World Time starts here, and that is what the website for Greenwich Mean Time, or GMT, states. So yeah, I guess that's a pretty important one. Next up we have the jigsaw. Now, I didn't know that the jigsaw puzzle originated from the UK, such a magical and amazing story. I absolutely adore it, and of course it started with J.K. Rowling, who was born here in England. So those are all of the amazing things to come from Great Britain. Now, of course, there are going to be quite a few other things, but I thought I'd choose a few of my favourites and a few that surprised me. Some things I didn't realise were actually from the UK, so that is interesting. I really, really hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about things that have come from the UK. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this amazing British ASMR video.
Hi, welcome. Take a seat. This is just going to be a quick accent survey kind of thing, so we're going to be checking how you pronounce different words, that kind of thing. It's nothing important, it's just a quick survey data finding thing that I'm trying to do. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be writing words on this blackboard here, then you're going to pronounce them, read them to me out loud, and then just as a bit of fun to see how different our accents are, I'm going to be saying them to you. So there's one thing about my accent that you might have noticed already, which is the thing I don't really pronounce T's. That is known as a glottal stop. Very common in North London, all over London really. I don't know why, just don't pronounce T's very well. So knowing that, there might be in a few of these words. So the first word, real quick one, is B-A-T-H. I know my handwriting's not that great, but it should still be legible. So how would you pronounce that one? Okay. This is a bath. The second one, also pretty short, is D-U-N-E. How would you pronounce that? Okay. I will call it a June. A June, not to be mixed up with June the month. Ooh, this is a fun one for my accent. Also, Americans kind of say this one a bit weird, I think. I'm going to go with N-I-E. T-Y dash. That's a fun little dash. N-I-N-E. 99. 99. I always like pronouncing that one. This is a fun one, which gets misspelled a lot on the internet, I see. So here we go for this one. Graultious. How's that one sound? Well, congratulations on the way you pronounce it. Big strong congratulations. Okay, so this next one's a short one. I think we're over the longest ones now, but there's still a few to come, don't worry. This one is an H-A-L-F. Half. Half. Don't really pronounce the L in that one. Half. Okay. So this next one, ANTI. How's that one sound? Okay, I'm going to go with anti. Anti, or if you want to get a real London, anti. Anti. Okay, the next one makes a fun sound. When it's clopping along, it's an H-O-O-F. A hoof. Hoof. I haven't seen a horse for a very long time. They're scary. I don't like them. Fruit-wise, not a big fan of these either. I like the juice. We've got an O-R-A-N-G-E. Orange. Orange. 2 syllables. No judgment. Ooh. Okay, so this next one. It's not hard to spell. It's just annoying to spell, you know. ASTOCRAT. Rich people. Aristocrat. Aristocrat. Bit of a weird word on its own, to be honest. Alright, the next one is D. That's a D, not a P. A-T-A. One of my favourite characters in Star Trek. Data. Data. The next one. I think my uncle had this make of car, which is a J. It's getting harder and harder to write as it's getting lower. J A G U A R. Big cat. Big cat. It's a jaguar. Jaguar big cat. Very pretty. Never seen one in real life, I don't think. Unless it was at a zoo when I was very young. But that was a while ago. A depressing amount of time ago, actually. Increasingly. So, the next one, I like these. I used to go on them a lot. I used to see my grandparents, and then we'd go on one of these to get to the next town over to go shopping. So this one is R A I L W A Y. A railway. Railway. That's a weirdly well-flowing word for what it is. Railway. I live in an urban area. Some people live in an R-U-R-A-L area, which most commonly known rural. They live in a rural area. Okay. How many words we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 5 words. Alright, the next word is an E, I, G, H, T, H. Yeah, that's 8th. 8th. The next town. This is where my sister lives. She lives in this place. It is called B I R M I N G H A M. Birmingham. Birmingham. She's starting to pick up the accent. Could do without it, but you know, still my sister. Haven't disowned her yet, but we'll see. Alright. Ooh, that would be M I S C H I E V O U S. Mischievous. That would be quite mischievous. Although, if I wanted to make it up to her, I could buy her J E W E L L E R Y. Could get her some jewellery to make up for it. Some jewellery. But for now, I think I might just give her some P R I V A C Y. Some privacy. Privacy. So these are all the words we've got down. If you got any more, that'd be good. Okay, I cup. Alright, I'm gonna assume you spell that with I C U P. I C U P. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, any serious ones? No, we're all good. Alright, so at the end of that, the results I can tell you are that you do in fact have an accent. So I'll be writing that down. It's anonymous data. The only information is that there is one person with an accent. But thank you very much for participating. Very nice to do this. Let us know if you would like to be included in any emails that go out for future surveys. That'd be great. But you're free to leave. I'm not going to keep you here, make you pronounce words all day. That'd be weird. But thank you very much for the information.
Hi. It's Ocean Whispers here. And today
says it's naturally caffeine free, allows restful sleep, gentle and low in tannins, special superior grade. I don't know really what that means, but special superior grade. So that there is my favourite daytime tea. The next tea that I'll show you is my nighttime tea. My nighttime tea. This is pure chamomile tea. Pure chamomile tea. I really enjoy chamomile. It's known to be very good for anxiety and sleep problems. It can help you
sounds a bit like popping candy. And for dessert we have some flying saucers. Again, I think these are originally from another European country, but nevertheless they're really cool, so I just thought they'd be cool for ASMR because they've got like a sherbet sugar in the middle. They're all different pastel colours. Yellow, orange, white, pink, purple. I love them. They also remind me of childhood. So, I would love to just stay forever in here with you. But, unfortunately, we've run out of time and I need to pass you on to the next beautiful ASMR artist who's going to look after you. But I've had a lot of fun and I hope we can hang out again soon. So, bye for now, and just remember that I love you and I'm so happy to be part of such a special, kind community as this one. So, bye.
Oh, it's so nice to see you, my dear. Yes. Why, of course. I am Beatrix Potter. I was just outside my little cottage here in the Lake District. I was just doing some beautiful drawings of nature. Yes. Why, you're a fan of both of my works. I'm very glad to hear. Not only are you a fan of Tales of Peter Rabbit, but also of my studies into mycology. Yes. I do wish that the science world would actually acknowledge my work in mycology. Maybe I should go with the name of a man. We'll have to see. Yes, in here I keep some sketches and also my original writing for my stories. Would you like to sit down in front of a nice fire and just listen as I read them to you? I'm glad to hear. I'll just get you some tea. I'll be right back. I have here your tea, my dear. Yes, right here. It's a nice blend of blue
a start. Are you nice and settled down, dear? Perfect. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and, of course, Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank underneath the root of a very big fir tree. Now, my dear, said an old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, you may go into the fields and down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He was put in a pie by Miss McGregor. Now run along and don't get into mischief. I'm going out. Then old Mrs. Rabbit took a basket and her umbrella and went through the woods to the baker's. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 currant buns. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down the lane to gather blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor, squeezed under the gate. First he ate some lettuces and some French beans, and then he ate some radishes. And then, feeling rather sick, he went to look for some parsley. But round the end of a cucumber frame, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his hands and knees planting out young cabbages, but he jumped up and ran after Peter, waving a rake and calling out, "Stop, thief!" Peter was most dreadfully frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages, and the other shoe amongst the potatoes. After losing them, he ran on 4 legs and went faster, so that I think he might have gotten away altogether if he had not unfortunately run into a gooseberry net and got caught by the large buttons on his jacket. It was a blue jacket with brass buttons, quite new. Peter gave himself up for lost and shed big tears, but his sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows, who flew to him in great excitement and implored him to exert himself. Mr. McGregor came up with a sieve which he intended to pop up open the top of Peter, but Peter wriggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind him, and rushed into a tool shed and jumped into it again. It would have been a beautiful thing to hide in if it had not had so much water in it. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, perhaps hidden underneath a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. Presently Peter sneezed. Kerchoo! Kerchoo! Mr. McGregor was after him in no time, and tried to put his foot upon Peter, who jumped out of a window, upsetting 3 plants. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor, and he was tired of running after Peter. He went back to his work. Peter sat down to rest. He was out of breath and trembling with fright, and he had not the least idea which way to go. Also, he was very damp with sitting in that can. After a time, he began to wander about, going lippity-lippity, not very fast, and looking all around. Lippity-lippity. Lippity-lippity. He found a door in a wall, but it was very locked, and there was no room for a fart, little rabbit to squeeze underneath. An old mouse was just running, in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas and beans to her family in the wood. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large bee in her mouth that she could not answer. She only shook her head at him. Peter began to cry. Then he tried to find his way straight across the garden, but he became more and more puzzled. Presently he came to a pond where Mr. McGregor filled his water cans. A very, very still, but now and then the tip of the tail twitched as if it were alive. Peter thought it best to go away without speaking to her. He had heard about cats from his cousin, little Benjamin Bunny. He went back towards the tool shed, but suddenly, quite close to him, he heard the noise of a hoe. Scratch, 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 scratch. Peter scuttered underneath the bushes, but presently, as nothing happened, he came out and climbed upon the wheelbarrow and peeped over. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor hoeing onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and beyond him was the gate. Peter got down very quietly off the wheelbarrow and started running as fast as he could go along a straight walk behind some black currant bushes. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter did not care. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last in the pond, the garden. Mr. McGregor bung up a little jacket and the shoes for a scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Fright, fright, fright. Peter never stopped running on looked behind him till he got home to the big fir tree. He was so tired that he flopped down upon the nice soft sand on the floor of the rabbit hole and shut his eyes. His mother was busy cooking. She wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second little jacket and pair of shoes that Peter had lost overnight. I'm sorry to say that Peter was not very well during the evening. His mother put him to bed and made some chamomile tea, and she gave a dose of it to Peter. 1 tablespoonful to be taken at bedtime. But Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail had bread and milk and blackberries for supper. I'm glad you like that, my dear. You are such a big fan of my work. It means so much to me. It does. I hope you have a wonderful night. I truly do. And I hope that you learn to remember to love nature. Love little creatures and animals around you. Good night.
Hello, welcome. Yes, this is the Mad Hatter's tea party. Yes, but he had to leave. Yes, something about the Red Queen. Oh, I wouldn't follow him. She has a very strong temper. Yes. My name is Alice. Nice to meet you. Well, there's a lot of people around here today. Very new faces. This very young fella. Nice fella indeed, but he got dizzy with the tea. Yes. Would you like a cup of tea? Of course. Of course. I love this one. It smells like cinnamon. It does indeed.
enjoy. It might change flavours. Yes. Strawberry. Oh, that's a nice one. Mine, I think, is getting more citrusy and honey. Yeah. But what brings you here today? Oh, really? Oh, so you must be meeting so many people. Yes. Oh, that's nice. That's really, really nice. Offer you some scones, but that fella, he ate them all. I have some sweets if you like. They are vegan, don't worry. Yes. Help yourself. Why are you saying? Why are you saying? Why are you saying? Oh, don't tell me that it is affecting you as well. Oh. That is a shame. Yes. The man surely has done something to it because the other guy got quite dizzy. Okay. Don't worry, I'm getting quite good at this. So just try to focus. Oh my boy. Yeah. Try to focus on my boy. Try to focus on my boy. Try not to drink more of that. Might be quite strong for someone that's new to Wonderland. Okay. How are you feeling now? How are you feeling now? Yes. Oh, well, there might have been a very teeny tiny problem. Hi. Yes. I think that tea really is affecting people from the outside, you know. But the good thing is that this is not the first time that this happens to me. Yes. I should have learned for sure. But I can help you. Yes. I can help you. Just have one of these cat faces, vegan sweets. Yes. Okay. Yes, it might be a little bit big for you, but just have a tiny bite of it, and that should help for sure. Let's see. Just relax and let it work in you. Let it.
Hi, how are you feeling? Yes, I know this. I should stop bothering people this day. Yes, but I'm glad that it worked at the first try. Oh yes, with this other fella, he might have taken us a few tries before he was able to get his correct size, let's say. Yes, but it's fine, look at you. You're the right one already. Well, I am very sorry that I cannot offer you anything else. Just be careful if you're going to carry on wandering around Waterloo. Okay. Okay. It was a pleasure to meet you though. Thank you so much for coming. Bye now. Bye. Hi. Hi. I didn't see you there. Nice to meet you. There's a lot of people around here.
Hi everyone, Spirit of Sapphire ASMR here. I hope you're doing really, really well. So the theme for this video is Great Britain, and for my part in it I would like to focus on Welsh folklore and legends, as I live in Wales and was born in Wales and I've always lived in Wales. So I thought it might be nice to delve into the history of my country a little bit and share it with you today. So if you were wondering, that would explain the dragon and the red candles on the screen. There won't be anything in particular to look at for today's video, so you can just sit back, lie back and relax and just listen as I take you on a whistle-stop tour through Welsh history and folklore. So we should be able to do about 4 or 5 legends, I think. And we will start with 2 of the most famous. The first legend is A Tale of Two Dragons, and this focuses on the red dragon on the Welsh flag and explains how he ended up there. So, let me take you back to the 5th century, when the Celtic king Vortigern chose Dinas Emrys as the site for his castle. So here he hoped he would be able to escape the Saxons, but his plans to build his own fortress weren't easily achieved. Every night, the royal masons would lay down their tools, only to have to return the next day to find that they'd vanished, and all of their carefully crafted walls, all of their hard work was undone. So this went on day after day until eventually the king was forced to look for the help
sleeping under a lake inside the mountain, and that they were the reason that the foundations of his fortress were continuously destroyed. The king was convinced by what the boy had said, so he commanded his labourers to dig deep into the mountain. They did as they were told, and they did discover an underground lake, just as Merlin had said there would be. Once they drained the lake, they found that there was a red and white dragon, and both lay sleeping. But they were disturbed. They awoke, and they began to fight. So eventually, the white dragon fled, and the red dragon returned quietly to his lair. Vortigern's castle was finally built, and it was then named Dinas Emlys in honour of Merlin Emlys. And ever since then, the red dragon has been celebrated. Now, in 1945, the site of this story was actually excavated by archaeologists, and they did discover a lake and the ruins of a fortress which dated back to the king's time. All of the walls showed signs of having been rebuilt several times as well. So, although dragons may sadly not be real, I wish they were, I'd love to have a dragon, it seems that there is some truth in this particular Welsh legend. Okay, moving on then to another legend, and this one is about Gelert, the faithful hound. So in the 13th century, there was a prince called Llywelyn the Great, and he was an early inhabitant of what would become the village of Bethgelert. He was very fond of hunting, and he owned many hounds, but his favourite was Gelert, and Gelert had been given to him by the English King John. So one day, the prince and his princess went out for a day of hunting, leaving their baby in the care of Gelert. When they got back home, they were horrified to discover that the baby was missing, and Gelert's muzzle was covered in blood. Llywelyn immediately pulled out his sword and, in despair, killed his favourite hound. But as the dog fell to the floor, he let out a huge yelp, and a baby's cry was heard responding to the hound's cry. Llywelyn discovered that his baby lay unharmed in the corner of the room. Next to it was a mighty wolf, which had been slain by Gelert. So the hound had killed the wolf to defend the baby, but then sadly died by his master's sword. Llywelyn was grief-stricken and filled with remorse, so he gave his faithful hound a ceremonial burial by the river, and legend has it he didn't smile again after that day. Gelert was eventually immortalised in the name of the village, which is now known as Bethgelert. I apologise for my pronunciation. I'm not a native Welsh speaker, although I am trying to learn Welsh, but some of the pronunciations don't come easy to me, but I'm doing my best. Okay, let's have a look next at the Devil's Bridge. So, according to folklore, the devil himself visited Ceredigion in the 11th century after he heard tale of how beautiful and breathtaking the area was. While he was visiting Ceredigion, he struck a bargain with a local woman. Her cow was stranded across the river. So, in a bid to buy her soul, the devil said that he'd build her a bridge, but in exchange for the soul of the first never seen in Wales again, as he was too embarrassed at being outwitted by the old lady. So in the village of Devil's Bridge today, there are 3 crossings that go across the river, and the oldest is the one that's said to have been built by Satan himself. Okay, let's do one more legend. This one is called the Lady of the Lake. So according to folklore, it was at Llyn Ifanfach, a remote lake in the Black Mountains, where a young farmer named Gwyn won the heart of his love and then tragically lost her. So he fell in love with a beautiful lady who emerged from the water. She agreed to marry him, but she warned him that she would leave him forever if he struck her 3 times. They lived happily together for many, many years, and they had 3 sons. But one day, when Gwyn struck her playfully for the 3rd time, she disappeared into the lake, and he never saw her again. She'd sometimes reappear to her sons, and when she did, she taught them the powers of healing with herbs and plants. They became skillful physicians, as did their children after them. Some of their ancient remedies have survived and are actually in the Red Book of Hurkhurst, one of Wales' most important medieval manuscripts. So there we have it, 4 legends of Welsh folklore. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the history of my country, and thank you to WhispersRed for this opportunity. Bye everyone, take care.
Hi, thanks for coming over. I didn't think you would because the weather's so horrible out there. Yeah, so I was thinking that we could go for some afternoon tea. I did plan a picnic, but weather's not that great, so we're kind of stuck indoors now. I know, would you like an indoor picnic? Yeah? We can just get cosy on the floor, have the picnic out, get some blankets. What do you think? Yeah? Fab. Well, what I'll do is I'll show you everything I've got and then we can go from there. So I did pack this really cute picnic box. But I don't think we're going to need it now because we're not going out, so that's okay though. We can go for everything that I've got together. It'll be fine. So let me show you, I've got a really cute picnic blanket. So yeah, just try and get the creases out. Just going to lay the blanket down on the floor. So I've got this really cute tea set, like super cute, and I thought we could have one each. So I've got you this little pink teacup set. I saw it in a charity shop and I just had to. Isn't it adorable? Yeah? So with it we have the little teacup. It comes with its own matching saucer. Look at it. It's so cute. And then of course, to finish off, we have its own spoon. It's so cute. Look at it. We can just pour the tea in. Just pour the tea in and just mix it. So I thought that would be really cute. So I have your one there. And then I have my one, so I have little purple one. And I too have a cute little purple saucer. And then a tiny little spoon. So I'll pop this down. Yeah, so we were going to take Cooper out with us as well, but due to the weather, I don't think we will. So he's going to join us on our indoor picnic. I hope that's okay. So next I've got the teapot. So it's already got the water in it, so I'm just going to leave it to brew. You know, it's always good to leave the teapot to brew for a couple of minutes. How I do it is tea bag for me, tea bag for you, and a tea bag for the pot when it's more than one person. So I hope you don't mind. If not, we can have sugar, and only little sugar teacup which I'm going to put sugar in, so you can have that. And then I didn't bring any milk because I didn't know what your choices were, but if we want milk, we have coconut, we have rice, we have almond, and we have soya, and then there's cow's milk. But I would prefer any of the others over the cow's milk. But if you want to have cow's milk, that's okay. We can do the cow's milk. So I also bought us a selection of cakes. I hope that's okay. I mean, what's afternoon tea without cake and sandwiches, you know? So we have this slice here, which has got the fruit on it. I love everything. That's one piece. Then we have this little cake here with some icing gems on it. That one there. Then we have this ice slice. Let's put that there. I didn't know what cake you liked, so I wanted to get a nice variety. And we have and then I bought some biscuits. So I've got this biscuit here, so very much like a nice biscuit. And then we have these two variety of cookies. And I'm just going to get another wee little sauce, pink and blue ones, so we can pop some cake on here. And then whatever cake you fancy, please feel free to have. And then on this one, you can pop the biscuits and everything. So again, I didn't know what you wanted, but just feel free to pick whatever you like out the selection. So, tea's brewed. What would you want me to pour you some? Okay, I'm just gonna take your cup. There you go. And then just gonna pour myself some. down. Sugar? How many? One, okay. And I'll have one. Stuff the extra. So I'll just stir yours for you. There you go. And I'll just stir mine. Perfect. Fab. So, cheers. Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Do love a good cup of English breakfast. What's your favourite tea? Yeah? Earl Grey is nice, and peppermint. Oh, I do like peppermint, yeah. Fruity teas I'm not a massive fan of, but I will always give them a try. I expect them to be sweeter than they are. Of course, you can have a cake. Which one would you like? Which one? Oh, the fruit one, yeah? What I'll do, because I don't have any extra plates, because I thought we could just use napkins, but now I feel inside napkins would be great. Let's use your saucer, yeah? And you wanted the fruit one, right? There you go. Pop it down there. Will go well with the tea. Yeah. Would you like some more? Yeah. Let me take your cup. Perfect. And I'll have some more too. Do you want some sugar, or are you okay because you're having your cake right now? Is it nice? I'll use my saucer. Put my pinky out like we're supposed to. Thank you for coming to my afternoon tea. I know it wasn't what I wanted. I did want a picnic outside with afternoon tea, but I feel this is just as good. Don't you? Yeah? Thank you for coming.
Hello, my name's Helen. Thank you so much for coming in today. I believe you're here due to your scalp being a bit irritable. You've got some dry, flaky patches going on. Okay, so make it okay to have a little look. Okay. I'm going to go as gently as I can. Just let me know if anything feels a bit tender or sore. Okay. I'm just going to use my comb if that's okay. Just need to part the hair just so I can get a better look at the condition of your scalp. Okay. point, then please just let me know. Just to separate the hair. See a few issues, have some dryness, so I think the best thing I can do is apply some nice, it's like a lavender ointment. It smells really nice, and it's just gonna take away this dry, itchy scalp that you're suffering with, and this will definitely sort out the problems that you're experiencing. So I'm just going to section off some of the hair at the back here. I'll start from the bottom. This is some of the ointment I'm just going to put along the scalp line here. Make sure I really will rub that into the affected area. It smells really, really nice. It's like lavender. Nice, relaxing smell, which just relieves the affected area.
Very nice. Oh, where are my manners? I was just indulging in an ice cup. Would you like one? Here you go. Very nice. Anyway, hi. Welcome to the Great British Sweet Shop. I am Vivid. Nice to meet you. Yes, here, excuse me, we serve many different types of retro sweets, sweets we people in Britain have grown up with. Yeah? Where are you from exactly? Oh, okay. I don't know whether you'll be familiar with some of our sweets, but I can show you what we have, and if you would like to purchase some, let me know, okay? So, what made you walk into our store exactly? Oh, a present for a friend. Well, sweets and drinks make a lovely present, as if you're from a different country, you might not have had these sweets or drinks before. Yeah, it's a new experience for everyone. Okay, so I'll show you some of our Great British sweets, and you can tell me if you would like to purchase them. Okay? Well, what you saw before, the sweet I handed to you, was called an ice cup. We do sell these, along with other confectionery. Vegan and vegetarian. Okay, don't worry, the ice cups are vegetarian, they're not vegan, so yeah, just letting you know before you try yours. Your friend is also vegetarian and vegan. Again, great to know, as we don't want to give you something with a meat product in it. Yeah, a lot of people are more conscientious about what they're eating these days. It's quite good. Gotta look after those animals. The first item I can show you something of a favourite of mine. This company also serves drinks. Have you heard of the drink Vimto? No? That's okay. It's a forest fruit type of drink. You can have it still or fizzy. And these are bonbons. These are suitable for vegetarians. Oh, the taste, both, how do I put it? Chewy, powdery. I can share some with you if you like. I'll make sure whatever I box up for you at the end will be fresh, so don't worry. Here's one for you. And one for me. These sweets always remind me of my nan's house, as she would always purchase these. What do you think of them? Yes, I know. Very chewy, aren't they? But very sweet. The next thing I can show you is the Fizzlers. Have you ever had a Fizzlers? Now these are made in Spain, so they're not really great British sweets. They're more universally loved. I remember these would always be sold in shops, normally around the till, so as a child you'd be begging your mother to pick up a packet. It was only like 15p then, now they're like 25. Inflation, am I right? But the Fizzlers, the super loud popping action. This one's the cherry flavour. I do have the cola and the original. I'll show you what happens. So, you open it. You get some. Can you hear that? Oh. Yes, I won't be the one having all the fun. Here you go. I know. They're very Moorish. Even though they make quite a funny sound. Super loud. They warned you. Let's just settle and then I'll continue on showing you our other wares. I'll put a packet of each flavour in your gift basket. Yeah. If your friend doesn't know what Fizzwizz is, they're gonna find out. I'll show you a drink. As in Britain, we do have different types of unique drinks. One that hails from Scotland. The Iron Brew. It's quite orange. Looks scary. Brewed in Scotland to a secret recipe since 1901. It's quite sweet. I haven't had an Iron Brew since I was about 10, so bottoms up. How do I remember it? How does it taste? Orange. Can you imagine the colour orange as a taste? That would be Iron Brew. Yes, it's a popular Scottish drink, so would you like me to add one to your basket? Okay. Another popular drink I can show you is quite an old-fashioned drink. I don't see many people nowadays drinking this, but my grandparents used to always buy me a bottle of this, even though I wasn't really a fan. But it's an acquired taste, as again, it's quite British. Ben Shaw's British since 1871, Dandelion and Burdock. Have you been hiking in Britain? Well, you might see those tufts of flowers where you blow and they all fly away. That's a dandelion. Carbonated dandelion and burdock flavour soft drink with sugars and sweeteners. Suitable for vegetarians and vegans. Oh. Very acquired. I must say it's quite a Marmite of drinks. Not that it tastes like Marmite, but it's very different. Would you like to try a bottle? Add it to your cart. Okay. I bet you and your friend will be trying all these together when you get home. Now, another item I can show you is the sherbet fountain. Do you know what a sherbet fountain is? Well, suitable for vegetarians. It's quite sweet, sugary, and there is a licorice stick. Do you like licorice? Oh! I know not everyone's a fan of licorice. Oh. So you get the sherbet, the licorice. It's kind of like a licorice sugar. The sugar is just sugar, but the licorice taste overpowers everything. Oh, it's very sweet. You and your friend a big fan of sweet things? I can tell since you've considered everything I've showed you today. So the sherbet fountain. Add it to the cart. I get it. Sherbet fountain. So in here, I have placed all the drinks and the sweets, which will make such a great present for your friend. I'll just put it to the side so that we may discuss payment. I hope you've enjoyed your time at the Great British Sweet Shop. Okay, now let's check out.
My name is StarSoulWhisperer, and this is part of WhispersRed ASMR. Big, fabulous British video colour. I'm from Highlands in Scotland, and I'll be reading you a fantasy story about the Loch Ness monster, Nessie. Nessie lives in Loch Ness and was once fabled to be a monster, and was rarely seen by visitors. He brought great attraction to the town of Inverness and the Highlands of Scotland. But she found Nessie on the riverbank crying in amongst the trees. Araya approached the fantastic beast and touched gently his head. It lay resting mournfully on the ground, tears falling and adding to the streams of water heading towards the sea. Now at this time, the Highlands was a great visitor attraction, most notably the Loch Ness Monster, as well as Highland cows. Tartan kilts, Scottish flags, bagpipes, and the sound of music, flutes playing beautiful chimes. Poor Nessie had no understanding. It was him who helped this town to flourish, and without the visitors desperately taking photographs of glimpses of his head slightly above the water's surface, longing to catch their moment of fame with a photograph of the infamous Loch Ness Monster. The town would not survive without him. Araya gently touched his head and said, "Nessie, I understand that you feel that you are a monster. This judgment is not a bad thing. A monster is just a word, a name they labeled you with, which you believe is your true identity. But it does not define you. I see you as an awesome, powerful, magical being like no other on this planet. You are unique. You are special. You are loved. You are promised you.